Well, good morning. It is nice to be here and see that we have people joining our live stream today. And let's have a quick look and see who has joined. We have Felix, we have Alex, we have Mr. Erickson, we have Liam, and we have Josephina so far, which is awesome. All right, so you'll notice that we have a little bit of a different look today. We're trying a few different things here. And I see we've got Eva. And if I didn't already mention it, we have Felix. Great. That's awesome. So you all know who I am. So I'm going to get rid of our little banner right there. And so we're going to start right off by letting you know that this is our 24th episode. So you guys have been tuning in with me since we started this. Then you're on episode number 24. So excellent. And we are going to be going ahead and carrying on with some of our songs. And then we're going to also be learning a little bit about another composer today. And I also see that we have Iris here, Eva, and Catherine. Great. And Vera just popped on. Wonderful. Okay, well, we're going to have lots of fun today. And like I say, this is our 24th live stream. So congratulations if you guys have been tuning in all of this time. All right. So, and let's see. Oh, and I see here we have, let's see who all these people are. Siri just popped on, and you can see we have Ethan, Liam, Lulu, Henry, and Owen at the school. So hi, guys. Nice that you guys could pop in with us. And we also have Lily. So awesome job, everybody. And I see that we also have Allegra on here as well. So we need to make sure that we don't use those kind of emojis on our live stream though. So that had to go. All right. So we're going to start today with one of the songs that we've been learning called The Lollipop Tree. So I think you all know the chorus, and the chorus is very easy. And it just goes, ha, 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 ho, 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 what a place to be. Maybe you can sing that with me. Ha, 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 ho, 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 what a place to be. Good. And then, under my lollipop, 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 lolly, lolly, lollipop tree. Can you sing that with me? Under my lollipop, 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 lolly, lolly, lollipop tree. Okay, so we're going to try the whole thing. So you're going to sing from the ha, ha, ha part. Ready? Ha, 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 ho, 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 what a place to be. Under my lollipop, 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 lolly, lolly, lollipop tree. Okay, so now you know that we have verses to that. So if you don't know the verses kind of tell the story, then you can wait for the chorus and then join in when you're ready. Okay, so here we go. This is our story all about the lollipop tree. One fine day in early spring, I played a funny trick.
watered it well and watched it carefully, and hoped one day that stick would grow to be a lollipop tree. Oh, ha, ha, oh, 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 what a place to be under my lollipop, 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 lollipop tree. Okay, let's see what happens next in our song. Then one day I woke to find a very lovely sight. A trio full of lollipops had grown in the dead of night. I sat beneath that wonderful tree and looked up with a grin. And when I opened up my mouth, a lollipop dropped right in. Oh, ha, ha, oh, 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 what a sight to see under my lollipop, 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 lollipop tree. Okay, now we're going to wintertime when it's going to get cold, so we'll have to see what happens to the tree. Winter came and days grew cold, as winter days will do. And on my tree, my lovely tree, not one little lollipop grew. From every branch an icicle hung, the limbs were bare as bones. But when I brought those icicles off, they turned into icicle ice cream cones. Oh, ha, ha, oh, 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 what a sight to see under my lollipop, 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 lolly, lolly, lollipop tree. Ha, ha, oh, 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 what a sight to see under my lollipop, 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 lolly, lolly, lollipop tree. Under my lollipop, 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 lolly, lolly, lollipop tree. Okay, well, great job if you managed to sing along in the chorus with us for that. That's wonderful. And I see we've got some more people that have arrived. We have Evan, which is great. And, oh, interesting fact from Felix. He knows that we're going to be learning about Haydn today in a little while. And he has already told and had a little look around to see that German Dance in D major is by Franz Joseph Haydn. And you are absolutely correct, Felix. Thank you for looking up that little piece of information for us. And I'm imagining that you probably play that on the piano. So that's fantastic. We're going to hear some music in a little bit here, and we're going to find out all about Haydn and a little bit about some of his music. So excellent. Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we're going to do next. Oh, that's right. We're going to do that new song that we did on Monday. And it was all about a kid coming home from school with a special surprise for his or her mom. And it's called A Frog in My Pocket. That would be a surprise. Okay, and it starts off with a child coming in and saying, "Hey, Mom, I'm home. I have a surprise for you. There's a frog in my pocket, frog in my pocket, frog in my pocket. Would you like to see?" Do you think she'd like to see the frog? I think I might. There's earthworms in this hand, earthworms in this hand, earthworms in this hand, the cutest can be. And a frog in my pocket, would you like to see? There's ants in my gym shoes, ants in my gym shoes, ants in my gym shoes, earthworms in this hand, frog in my pocket, would you like to see? selection of stuff. Not sure if I'd like the ants and the gym shoes. Let's see what's coming up next. There's a mouse in my lunchbox, mouse in my lunchbox, mouse in my lunchbox, cats in my gym shoes, earthworms in the tan, the cutest can be, and a frog in my pocket. Would you like to see? There's a skunk in the backyard, skunk in the backyard, skunk in the backyard. Mom? Mom? Are you there? Mom? I guess she didn't want to see the skunk at all. All right, so that's that song. And we are going to be carrying on with some more stuff. Oh, and hi to Stephen, who's joined us as well. Wonderful. Glad to see that you're able to join us on this 24th episode that we figured out today. All right. So I wonder, we learned a little rhyme on Monday all about the month that we're in right now. Wonder what month we're in. And it also, the month and the word that described it was a rhyming word. So let's see. If you remembered, our rhyme was called June is a Tune. And our rhyme goes like this. June is a tune that jumps on a stair. June is a rose in a little girl's hair. June is a bumble of one small bee. June is a hug from the sunshine to me. So that is our poem today, June is a Tune. So let's go through, and what we're going to do is we're going to clap the beat, and I'm just going to make sure that we are able to do the rhyme and know the words first. So let's just clap it, and I'm going to do one line at a time. I'm going to clap as we go. Ready? June is a tune that jumps on a stair. Your turn. June is a tune that jumps on a stair. June is a rose in a little girl's hair. Your turn. June is a rose in a little girl's hair. June is a bumble of one small bee. June is a bumble of one small bee. June is a hug from the sunshine to me. June is a hug from the sunshine to me. Very good. Okay. I wonder if you can do that now and see if you can try and remember some of the words that we just did. Let's give it a try. Ready? June is a tune that jumps on a stair. June is a rose in a little girl's hair. June is a bumble of one small bee. June is a hug from the sunshine to me. Awesome. All right, so we've been really good at clapping the beat. Now, I wonder if you remember the other way that we can do it. The way that we do it, it's called the way the words go, and we call that the rhythm. So we're going to do the rhythm of the way the words go this time. So if we started off, June is a tune that jumps on a stair, our hands would go like this. June is a tune that jumps on a stair. It's like our hands are speaking at the same time as us. So let's try the whole poem that way, doing the rhythm, the way the words go. Off we go. June is a tune that jumps on a stair. June is a rose in a little girl's hair. June is a bumble of one small bee. June is a hug from the sunshine to me. Excellent job. Okay, so now we've done the rhythm and we've done the beat. Now we're going to see how clever you are if you can combine those. So we're going to mix those up together. So what we're going to do is we're going to clap the beat for the first line, and then we're going to clap the rhythm for the second line. Then we're going to clap the beat for the third line. Then we're going to clap the rhythm for the last line. So I'll help you. Let's see if you can follow along. Are you ready? June is a tune that jumps on a stair. June is a rose in a little girl's hair. June is a bumble of one small bee. June is a hug from the sunshine to me. Okay, did you manage to do that? Okay, let's see if we can do that again, but we're going to take out some of the words. So when we get to do the second line and the last line and we're clapping the rhythm, we're not going to say anything. We're just going to let our hands do the speaking. So let's give that a try. June is a tune that jumps on a stair. June is a bumble of one small bee. Okay, let's do that one more time. Ready? June is a tune that jumps on a stair. June is a bumble of one small bee. Okay, excellent. So that was our June is a tune. And so we're done with that for right now. And we're having a quick look and seeing if there's anybody else new that's joined us. Nope, not yet. And that's fine. I'm really happy. We've got a nice little room full of people here. So next we are going to be learning about a new composer. And our composer today is Franz Joseph Haydn. And a composer, for anybody that hasn't been tuning in for a while, just a quick reminder, a composer is anybody that writes their own music. So Franz Joseph Haydn wrote lots and lots of music. He was born a long time ago. He was born in 1732. So that was a very, very long time. I wonder how good your math is. If we're in 2020 now, and he was born in 1732, if he was still alive, that would make him pretty old. How old would that be, I wonder? Let's see, that would be 288 years old. That would be very, very old, wouldn't it, if he was still alive today, which obviously he's not because nobody lives that long. So he would be 288 years old. So that shows us how long ago that he lived. So what we're going to do now is think about how old is Canada? Could Franz Joseph Haydn actually be older than Canada? Was he born that long ago? I think he was. Franz Joseph Haydn was born so long ago that he's actually 135 years older than the country of Canada. How crazy is that? So he was born a very, very long time ago. And he had a very special nickname. They called Franz Joseph Haydn the father of the symphony. The father of the symphony. And that must have been because he wrote so many. I wonder if anybody can guess how many symphonies that Haydn wrote. I wonder if it was more than 10? Was it 20? Was it 50 maybe? Was it 75? Anybody got any ideas? Was it 80? I wonder if I'm going in the right direction, or maybe it was like 30. Not sure. Maybe 90? Catherine thinks it might be 50. I think it's actually more than 50 symphonies that he wrote. Let's see. A little bit, actually a lot higher than 50. Let's, anybody else got any other ideas there? No? Okay, we're going to keep going higher. Oh, Felix thinks it was 100. Well, you're very close, Felix. Very close. And Catherine thinks it's 100. You guys are so close. Liam thinks it's 88. Wow, we're getting some really good numbers being thrown out there. Alex thinks it's 145. Let's see. Lily thinks it's 95. Let's see who was the closest. So when we have a look and see that he actually wrote 104 104 symphonies. Can you believe that? No wonder they called him the father of symphonies, because he wrote 104. That is pretty crazy. Yes, a lot of you are really super close. It looks like Stephen was the closest. He got 101. So yes, Stephen was was really close there with 101. Well done, Stephen. Okay. And we had Evan with 123. And and there we are. There is our answer, Catherine, with 104. Fantastic. So, I got to take that off before I leave this page. All right. So, 104 symphonies. Great job, guys. So, Beethoven wrote a lot of symphonies as well, but Beethoven only wrote 9. And so for Haydn to write 104 is pretty awesome. Now, one of Beethoven, why am I saying Beethoven? One of Haydn's most famous symphonies is a symphony that he wrote because he wrote so many symphonies that some people were not maybe so kind as they should be, being an audience member. They would go to Haydn's concerts and they would maybe talk to each other. And we all know that if you talk when the music's playing, that's really super rude. And we would never do that when we went to go see the Victoria Symphony. So he used to get a little bit upset because people would talk during his music that he'd worked so hard to write. And he wrote music in London, England for a prince. And the prince would demand new music from Haydn that he would write, and he would demand that he put on a special concert for him. Well, very often this prince would eat a big meal right before the concert. Well, who knows what happens sometimes if you eat a really big meal, like at Thanksgiving or at Christmas time. Yep, that's right. You maybe get a little bit sleepy. Well, that prince used to nod off and fall asleep during the concert that he had actually asked Haydn to write all this special music for. So Haydn got a little bit upset with that, but instead of getting upset and angry, he decided that he was going to play a trick. His 94th symphony was called the Surprise Symphony. And that was quite the surprise in this symphony. I'm going to play it for you so you can hear it for yourselves. So, but before we do that, I'm going to quickly show us how he wrote that. Now, with this little chart right here, you can see that there's some tas and also there's some titis. And so his rhythm of his symphony was pretty straightforward, wasn't it? It went ti, 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 ta, ti, 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 ta. See if you can join in clapping. Ti, 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 ta, ti, 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 ta, ta. Then ti, 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 ta, ti, 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 ta, ti, 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 ta, ti, 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 ta, ta. Well, I can see you thinking right now, that's just a whole bunch of tas and titis. What's so surprising about that? What's so surprising about a whole bunch of tas and titis? That really doesn't sound like that would be very surprising at all. Well, I'm going to show us how Haydn made that really surprising with the help of a couple friends. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to our Surprise Symphony, and our friends here are going to help us with it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so do you think that that big, loud chord that the orchestra played right then would have woken the prince up? Well, apparently it did. When the prince was sitting there and he'd nodded off, now the symphony is in 4 sections. So there'd already been one section for the prince to fall asleep in. So this was the nice, quiet section, and he was probably settling into a nice little nap. And then all of a sudden, after the mouse part, we had this big surprise. And he must have woken up in a real hurry because Haydn wrote that symphony. And if you listen to that symphony on YouTube, there are so many bangs, so many loud chords in it that you could actually sit and count how many there are. I will post the music on our Facebook page and you can listen to it and go through and count and see how many surprises or big loud chords that there were. Now, I wonder, there's a special word for what Haydn used. Now, Haydn used what to make the prince wake up? He didn't use the rhythm. He didn't use the beat. He used the louds and the softs. I wonder if anybody remembers the word that we use for the louds and softs in music. It's a very special word beginning with D. And when we're talking about very loud, very quiet, medium loud, medium quiet, very, very loud, there's a special word. It's like an umbrella that we call all of those things. And that is dynamics. I wonder if you remembered that word. Dynamics. So when Haydn was composing his music, he decided that he was going to use the dynamics to make sure that nobody fell asleep. So he was nice and quiet. Very good, Lily. Dynamics and Felix. So when it was all nice and quiet, nobody thought that something was going to happen to change, and all of a sudden it became loud. Does anybody remember what the dynamic or the word that we use in music, or even just the first letter of the word? Does anybody remember what the dynamic is for quiet? There's one for quiet and there's one for loud. Which letter or word would we use for quiet, I wonder? And that was for when the mouse was hopping around. Well, the letter or the word for quiet in music is the letter P, which is short for the word piano, which is an Italian word. So that is what the first part would have been. When the mouse was creeping along the screen here, it was piano, as quiet as a mouse. Now, let's see if we could figure out what would be the one that we would use for loud. And I can see that Catherine already figured out what the one for loud is. She already put it on here. She said we're going to be using P and F because she knew I was going to ask you next what the sign was for loud. And let's see. And Lily got that one. And that was actually forte. Forte means loud. So very good. You're all participating so well today. So, and here is how we actually spell forte is F for at forte, and then it's Forte, forte. And that's also going to be an Italian word as well. So well done to everybody for listening so well, and for also for figuring out all of the stuff that we've learned so far. That's fantastic. Okay, so we'll learn a little bit more about Haydn and another one of his famous pieces on Friday. But in the meantime, we have had so much fun with our Rig-a-Jig-Jig song that people have been making up their own verses, and they've been typing them in the comments, and they've been doing a super good job of figuring out what first letter of the animal and a first letter of another thing that could go with it. So like a red rabbit or a dancing dog. See, they both began with D, and the red rabbit began with R. Well, today I am going to feature some of the ones that you guys typed in last week. So, sorry, not even last week. On Monday, you guys wrote a ton of stuff, and the people that helped out with verses for today, I'm going to pop their names up so you can see, and then you're going to see them go along the bottom, and we're going to join in by singing those. So we're going to start off with a laughing llama today, and then we'll go into some of your verses. So remember our Rig-a-Jig-Jig song. So I'm going to show the chorus to you just in case you haven't done it with this before. The chorus goes, a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go. Can you sing that? A rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go. Good. And then a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. A rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. So we put that all together and it becomes our chorus. A rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go. A rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Good. Okay. So I'm going to feature the ones that we had this week on the bottom, and you're going to see them ticking along on the bottom. And I can see in the comments, people are coming up with more even before we've even sang the ones we've got. So that's great. Keep thinking. Keep thinking. Okay, so let's go with Laughing Llama. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a laughing llama I chanced to meet. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. A rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go. A rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Okay, so Stephen came up with a sweaty snake. So as I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a sweaty snake I chanced to meet. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. A rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go. A rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. And then he also came up with a scared shark. That would be interesting. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a scared shark I chanced to meet. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. A rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go. A rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Then Felix came up with a rocking rabbit. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a rocking rabbit I chanced to meet. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. A rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go. A rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. And he also came up with a sick snail. I wonder if that was a sick snail or sick snail. Let's try. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a sick snail I chanced to meet. Hi-ho, 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 a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go, a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Okay, and then we had Behlul who came up with a fast frog. Let's try that one. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a fast frog I chanced to meet. Hi-ho, 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 a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go, a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Okay, who's next on the list? I think it was Evan with his cooking cat. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a cooking cat I chanced to meet. Hi-ho, 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 a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go, a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Okay, and then his last one was a baby bat. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a baby bat I chanced to meet. Hi-ho, 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 a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go, a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. And as I'm watching people typing madly in the comments, I noticed that Lily came up with a good one. She came up with a flying fish. Let's add that one in. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a flying fish I chanced to meet. Hi-ho, 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 a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go, a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. And there was one other one that caught my eye from somebody who hasn't joined in yet, and that was Alex. Alex came up with the Dancing Dinosaur. Let's finish with the Dancing Dinosaur today. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a dancing dinosaur I chanced to meet. Hi-ho, 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 a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go, a rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Okay, well, you guys are just making this song so much fun because you're coming up with such great ideas. So thank you to Stephen, Felix, Behlul, Evan, Lily, and Alex today for giving us some good ideas. And seeing as we're having so much fun with that song, we can totally make sure that we keep adding some great verses in. And then I'm going to have to find a new song so that we can find some verses for a new song. And we'll do that one. But we'll probably do this song one more time on Friday. So if you come up with some excellent ideas, then type them in even after we're done here. And I'll always check and make sure. I usually make a nice list so I can have a whole bunch of really cool stuff for us to sing about. So thank you so much for coming and having music time with us today. We'll be back again on Friday at 10:45, and we will see you again then. Okay, hope you have a lovely day. Bye-bye.